Here we are on Bass Lake with Dana and Stephanie. And we've just had this really fun walk up through the woods and climbing logs and being kids and lots of fun. And I wanted to, we have dogs running around here, wanted to interview Stephanie and Dana so that for the philanthropic business group, and I am so excited to be talking to them about the ways in which they give back. We saw all their samples this morning in terms of their soap, and we're going to do a bunch of things with them and around branding and using the soaps because they use. Well, I'll let them describe it. I'm trying to be the videographer. So I'm going to just ask them to say a little bit about who they are and what they do, and then talk about what it means to them to give back and to be working inside a philanthropic business. So you take it from there.
Thanks, Betty Ann. It's been so wonderful to come out and see where you live and the beautiful nature and connectedness. And thanks for inviting us.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's very lovely.
So tell us about your businesses.
Yeah, plural.
They're very entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I have an itchy nose. That's okay. That's okay. I said we'd be in the moment.
Yes, I have many businesses, mostly inspired by really helping people be their best selves and uncap their human potential. I think, for most of us, we don't realize what our gifts and strengths are, and most of us don't have a way of both discovering it and then unleashing it to the world. And you don't realize how important it is that when you live your gifts and strengths and you live them in a way that's beautiful to you, that it inspires and uplifts so many other people to also find their own. So that's what I've dedicated most of my businesses all to, helping others to unleash their potential.
And you, Dina? Talk about you. All the big shift from driving truck to very different.
Yes, I had a very big life shift. I met Stephanie about a year and a half ago, and I was really struggling with trying to figure out who I am and what I want to do in life. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I've tried many times, and I'm trying again. And it's quite a journey to go from an employee salaried job to make that shift over to being an entrepreneur and not knowing where the next paycheck's coming from, that kind of thing. But the reason I guess I wanted to do it this time again is because I love to help people. Mm-hmm. It means a great deal to me here in my heart, and I was trying to figure out how can I do that and support myself through life with doing that. And Stephanie, when I met her again for the second time, as we went to school together, she showed me a path. She just said, instead of doing it this way, why don't you try this? And I did. And was it scary? Yeah, it still is. There's a lot of fear behind it, eh? Mm-hmm. But the way I look at it is, I've always had this motto, is that if you don't try, you're never going to know.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful. And we certainly, that's the dogs chewing sticks under our feet. And you noticed Misha wanted to get in the film as well. And Stephanie very graciously tried to ask him to move on. It's both of you are an inspiration when it comes to what you're doing and the ways that you're giving back to other entrepreneurs. And I know this is the first time that we've had an opportunity to spend time with you, significant time. And it's just been so much fun, and we're exploring and discovering together just who we are in the world and what our gifts are and how we can share those gifts with others and be of service to people. So you are shining shining examples of that. And I'll put in a plug for the amazing soaps that, see, there's Misha. There's Phoenix over there. The amazing soaps. And there's a story to that, because it's not just soap, it's so much more than that. So if you could share a bit about that story.
So Melissa Trenham is one of the aromatherapists and reflexologists that's on staff at my company with Gateway Wellness and Leadership. And she makes the most amazing products, and she was inspired by having her 2 young children be allergic to everything, and she didn't want to put medication on them. So she was looking for natural ways to be able to help them stay healthy. And she realized there wasn't a whole lot of products for mothers or for children and babies, and so she started to discover her own. When she was working with me, she would make these wonderful soaps and these wonderful products, but it was more of a hobby. So she'd bring these things in, and I'd have our client base would go, we want more, and I'd say, Melissa, can you make some more? And she said, well, it kind of takes 6 weeks to 8 weeks to make them. And I was like, gee, you've got something really great here. And so helping her try to recognize her gifts and strengths, and as a mother and female, again, that whole paradigm of we don't really see ourselves as extraordinary. We all are extraordinary. So helping her leverage that was one of my inspirations of saying, not only is this going to help you, it helps your children, and it helps all the other women, children, parents, my clients who are trying to heal, to have a product that they feel good about. So when I met Dana and we were talking about stepping outside of his current paradigm, this was something I said, well, maybe, we could help Melissa and really help her along and help her have a better life and feel good about herself, and also make a difference in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And
help her leverage your gifts. Yeah.
We want to,
Yeah, so we when I met Stephanie, I was introduced to the soaps and the products that she makes, and I thought, wow, this stuff is really nice, So I took it home and tried it, and I loved it. And I thought, wow, you have a shampoo bar or a soap bar that you can use as a shampoo as well, and there's no bottle, there's no waste.
Yes.
So after that happened, I said, maybe we can help her out. So we approached her and brought her in for a little meeting, and I said, look, maybe we can do this with you. We can set this up like this, and what's your 3 biggest obstacles, or what's your biggest obstacles here? Why you're not making the soap? Time, money, and space. And I said, if I could solve all 3 of those problems for you, would you partner with us? And let's try it and give it a go. And she said yes right away. So we started creating the products and really, analyzing everything, all parts of the business. And now today, this is 9 months later, we have over 10 retailers now selling her products, and a couple private label people doing it as well, with their own labels on it. And it's really starting to go, and she's really got confidence now, and she loves to do it. She's doing what she loves.
That's great.
And
That's
we're all
great.
helping each other, and it's just a wonderful experience.
And I'm happy to say that Making Dreams a Reality is going to be, we'll be having our soaps. See the stick there? The dog. So, is there anything else? Anything else you'd like to say?
I think what I would like to let people know. We often think it's about what we make is what's important, and it's also what we give. And at the end of our life, it's not what we've done, it's who we've become. And that's such an inner journey, and part of what we are working with and collaborating with other people is helping them leverage their dream. Because a dream continues to go and go and go and go. And that requires us to really learn to know who we are, and to know our gifts and strengths, and to help line ourselves up with people who are going to be collaborative with that. Creating environments that really foster that, so that it keeps on going. And for me, I think that's the biggest part, right? We drove up here, and I was just realizing how privileged I am to live in the country that I live in, and to have the friends that I have, and to have the recognition of the gifts and the resources that I have available to me, and then how I want to hold myself accountable of what am I doing with it? you know, I can't take that with me. So what am I doing? Is there a way that I can give that back and to allow to keep giving it over, like long after I'm gone? So it's not about me, it's about what I've come to do.
Your legacy. Yeah,
My
this is
legacy.
yeah, it's wonderful.
And that was one of the things I so respect about meeting you. And I remember saying, you know, let Spirit be my business partner. It's like sometimes you think it's supposed to look like this, this, and this, and this, because that's what the world has told you is of value, versus what is really your internal value at the time of one's passing, at the times of one's death, transition, what will be important at that time. And I think most of us don't think that far in advance. We're thinking in the immediacy.
That's beautiful. Dana, do you want to add anything else?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I agree totally with what Stephanie just said. You know, it's not about, we talked about the soap a little bit, it's not about selling a product, it's about a service to people, you know, and helping people out, you know. With a lot of things that we do, and we both do it in both the businesses, we ask how can we serve you, rather than sell you a product. We don't want to do that. We want to serve you, help you solve your problems, and leverage you so you can be the best you can be.
Wow.
And everybody wins.
That's incredible. We need more people like the two of you in the world. And this is coming to you live from Bass Lake. A little overcast, but it didn't rain. And thank you, everybody. And thank you, Dana and Stephanie.